Hello guys, Flanker is here. In this video, I would like to share several tips that will allow you either to save or to make gold after the recent patch. Mutated expeditions have affected the situation on the trading post and created a higher demand for multiple items. As a result, the price for some of them increased quickly and significantly. However, if you act fast enough, you can not only avoid losing gold, but also take advantage of this situation to make a decent profit. And before we start, I just wanted to say thank you for your likes and subs from the previous video, and I would appreciate if you do it now too. So let's start. At this point of time, we have 3 different mutated dungeons in total, and this week it is Lazarus. Many players have not prepared for it beforehand and started buying gear, trophies and other stuff right after the patch. And at some point, the situation on Trading Post was really crazy, and in fact, it still is. Unfortunately, there is no way to know whether it will be Genesis or Dynasty mutation the next week, but one of them for sure. So first of all, the price of basic ancient combat trophies on my server is now 2-3 times higher than it used to be. It's not hard to get resources for that, the main difficulty is to obtain the ancient femur, and as you can see on the graph, the price for it increased in 3 times right after the patch. I'm sure that we can expect a similar situation after the next mutation, so there are a few things that you can do now. Firstly, if you plan to challenge mutated Genesis or Dynasty in future, make sure to buy 3 basic combat trophies for Angry Earth and Corrupted Mobs if you haven't done it yet. Alternatively, if you don't want to spend gold on them now, just buy the epic ingredients for those trophies, 3 of each, and leave them in your storage. They are not that expensive now, but this might change very soon. For that reason, if you have some gold that you would like to invest, then it's definitely gonna be a great opportunity. Just place buy orders for 5-10 of each, then check them a couple of times per day and update when it's necessary. If you have 150 furnishing and you can craft basic trophies, then don't miss this chance and you are golden. The next thing that is worth mentioning is weapons with Angry Earth and Corrupted Bane perks. Make sure to check the trading post daily and buy the weapons that you need as soon as you possibly can because their price will increase. Keep in mind that it's better to choose a legendary weapon even if one of the perks is useless. In this case, you won't have to spend a lot of Umbral shards to upgrade it to 600 gear score. It is important because you will have to upgrade your PvE weapons with Umbral shards further even if they have 600 gear score in order to meet the requirements in mutations and avoid downscaling. The same logic applies to armor with Angry Earth and Corrupted Ward perks. If you need it, then keep an eye on the trading post and buy it now while it is still not that expensive. There is also a good opportunity to invest in craft modes for ward perks. Here's the thing. Clump of Writhing Briar, which is a craft mode for ancient ward perk, can be obtained from harvesting aptitude crates. It was useless previously, so even though the demand for it increased, the price didn't really change because of very high supply. The situation with other craft modes is completely different and you can already see the price changes on the screenshot. Apart from mobs, Angry Earth craft mode can be obtained from armoring aptitude chests, but apparently not many players have a chance to get them. Same situation is with Corrupted Ward craft mode, the only difference is that it can also be obtained from fishing crates, but once again, there are not many fishermen at all. So you can consider investing in them and definitely buy some now if you plan to craft PvE armor. Apart from them, you can also consider investing in attributes craft modes, especially in Iron Guardman's insignia. The demand for them is always very high and the price keeps going up because I believe there are no effective ways to farm them, at least at this point of time. Another thing that might be a very good investment is tier 5 gems. For example, take a look at the prices of cut pristine topaz after the patch. Mobs in Lazarus are weak to lightning, so everyone needed those gems for damage conversion. As a result, the price for them increased dramatically. Same thing happened with cut pristine amethyst. On my server, in mutated Lazarus expedition, mobs deal void damage and that's why players put these gems in their armor. I suppose we can definitely expect a similar situation during the next mutations. The Angry Earth mobs are vulnerable to fire and the corrupted are weak against arcane type of damage. Therefore, it might be a good idea to stockpile some pristine rubies and sapphires to sell them after the next rotation. Rubies are gonna be even better because there are 2 possible elemental mutations which are void and fire, so the chance that the demand for them will increase is very high. And if there is a fire mutation on your server this week, then definitely consider investing in amethysts that will be used for void protection. The last thing about tier 5 gems, consider placing cheap buy orders for any of them and then craft powerful gemstone dust. past. It is now used to craft tuning orbs for mutated expeditions, and selling it can allow you to make a decent profit. But those tuning orbs have a 1-week cooldown, and the majority of active players have crafted them on Wednesday right after the patch. It means that many players will be crafting it again next Wednesday, and that's gonna be the day when the demand will be the highest. So if you have some gemstone dust for sale, then Wednesday will be the best moment for that. And if you need it to craft an orb, then it will be better to buy it before that day. One more opportunity to make gold after the next rotation is to sell coatings depending on the dungeon that will have a mutation. As you can see on this screenshot, the price for infused ancient coating increased in more than 2 times. So next week the same thing might happen with corrupted or angry earth coatings. Apart from them, you can also consider crafting and putting on trading post, void or fire absorption potions. That will obviously depend on the type of mutation on your server. And the last thing related to Arcana is either corrupted or angry earth ward potions. All these consumables are not expensive to craft, and you can easily double your gold by selling them. If this video was helpful, please support my small channel by subscribing and leaving a like. I am Flanker, and I wish you luck in Aeternum.